Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. Well, I just had a moth on me. That's weird. Guess that's what I get for being outside at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, as you can tell, we are back on the couch, so it is time for another weekly movie review. This time, I checked out a comedy that I heard some amazing reviews about, and I heard some really bad reviews about. So I was definitely intrigued to check it out. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the main actor, though I do like the other one. So figured it was worth a couple hours of my time, and now let's talk about it. I'm talking about That's My Boy, starring Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, James Caan, Leighton Meester, Vanilla Ice, Milo Ventimiglia, don't know who he is, Will Forte, Peter Dante, who's in every single Happy Madison movie ever, Rachel Dratch, Nick Swartzen, Lunel, the comedian, Sierra, the singer, Susan Sarandon, Todd Bridges, Aaron Andrews, an awesome role by Rex Ryan, and in my opinion, the truly best character in the entire movie, played by Dan Patrick. Um, Channeling his inner. If anybody's ever seen Eastbound and Down, the character on Eastbound and Down that Will Ferrell plays, that is exactly how Dan Patrick looked and acted through the entire movie. So, basic breakdown of the movie is Adam Sandler has an inappropriate student-teacher relationship that essentially, when it's found out, turns him into a child star. He's hanging out with all the child stars from the 80s and 90s. I mean, just, Corey Feldman, River Phoenix, or maybe it was just the other Phoenix. I mean, all these people that, most of them have turned into absolute horror stories. Danny Bonaducci, other people from the Partridge Family, from the Brady family, all that. And he's turned into one of these people simply because he got his teacher pregnant, who, I don't remember who plays her. It's Ava something or other, but she's beautiful. I'm not that big into redheads. She's beautiful. And then she's played in the future by Susan Sarandon, who also is beautiful. Very funny. Well, I'll get to it in a second. So, the child that he fathers turns out to be that of Andy Samberg. Well, Andy Samberg doesn't want to have anything to do with his dad after he turned 18 and is making his own life for himself. He has concocted a story and told everybody that his parents, in fact, both exploded um, just so he doesn't have to, be known as Donnie's son. That's Adam Sandler's name in the movie. So, through a rather unfortunate tax situation, Rex Ryan, who plays Adam Sandler's boss, informs him, and his lawyer actually, I'm sorry, his lawyer, because he doesn't really have a job. He just floats around trying to still make money off of being the guy who knocked up his teacher. Um, his lawyer instructs him that if he can't come up with $40,000 by the end of the weekend, he is going to go to prison. So, finding somewhat of a opportunity through Dan Patrick, who plays the smarmiest, slimiest, most repulsive daytime talk show host you've ever seen. He's presented with an option that if he can get his son himself up to the prison where the mother is staying, or well, not staying, is in prison. You aren't really staying if you're in prison. That implies that you could leave. That he will give a $50,000 paycheck for the exclusive. Well, obviously, Adam Sandler doesn't want to go to prison. Well, it just so happens that the same weekend is the big marriage for Andy Samberg. He is getting married to Leighton Meester and really is just making a great life for himself. That's when the craziness starts. Because, of course, Adam Sandler goes up there, of course. And, of course, things don't go well, to say the least. Since he's told everybody that his dad is dead, they have to concoct a story about that, and it just, starts snowballing from there. Um, it really, all of Adam Sandler movies have to end up having a message to them, and they have to have both of the characters growing, and not only does Adam Sandler realize that he wasn't a good father and realize that he needs to be a better person, but we also see Andy Samberg say, come out and show that even though Adam Sandler wasn't a good father, that he should still love him and he shouldn't, be so hard on him because he was just a kid having a kid. But that's the kind of the standard MO of Adam Sandler movies. They have to have some kind of growth and message. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's just kind of a truthful thing with his movies. And of course, being that it is a rated R movie, it's pretty intense. Some of the debauchery is so over the top that you're just sitting there like, really? Really, from the bachelor party on, it gets pretty ridiculous. There is officially a scene towards the end that is unlike anything I've ever seen in a movie before. And it's a it had me dying. Just because of the fact that they actually did it, I was in shock. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when it happens. But I was seriously in shock. But overall, I mean, that was the type of movie it is. It is a shock movie. It's not the best of comedies. It wasn't that well written. I mean, there was some good dialogue. Jokes weren't that great. There was some good jokes. But the basis of it was just the most blatant shock comedy you've ever seen. And in that sense, it did a great job of what it was delivering. I mean, it was corny, over the top, overacted in some points, hammed up in some points, but at the same time, it did hit its mark of being a truly shocking, shock comedy. I gotta say, one of the absolute best parts of it was Vanilla Ice playing himself, and he's been friends with Donnie really his whole life, ever since he was a kid star. He met Vanilla Ice, they became really good friends, and some of the best moments in the movie are thanks to Vanilla Ice. Some of the best lines that he spits are truly hilarious. Also, there's a great cameo, kind of extended cameo by Jeff Bridges. That is really funny as well. Both him and Vanilla Ice kind of making fun of the fact that they're, somewhat failed as adults after being huge child stars. And a couple of the lines were really funny. And it's not to say that the dialogue wasn't good. It just is that they relied a lot more on the shock factor as opposed to really good writing. You know what I mean? Still was some pretty solid writing, but it was much more based on the shock factor. I gotta say, in my opinion, it was pretty underrated. I'd read a couple reviews that gave it 1 star, and another one that gave it 0 stars. I'm not going to be that hard on it because it really did have me laughing multiple times. And to me, it was a check out, let your brain take a vacation, check out from life, hour and 40 minutes of laughing. And was it over the top? God, yeah. Was it disgusting? God, yeah. Was it too much? Yeah, pretty much every scene was too much. But it still did its job of making me laugh pretty consistently. And it wasn't just like chuckles, like truly laughs. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I think it could have been a 4-star movie if it hadn't been quite as over the top graphically and shocking. I don't think it needed that. But so that's my only strike against it. But I really thought it was cool that they had Dan Patrick in there. I'd never really seen him act, outside of old ESPN commercials. But he was awesome in it. He truly stole every scene that he was in. Rex Ryan was really funny. He plays a patriot-loving to the nth degree character. wasn't the best actor. You could tell that he was hamming it up a little bit and reading his lines, but just the fact that hearing him say things about referring to Belichick as the genius and talking about how good-looking Tom Brady is, stuff like that was pretty funny. So I thought they did a good job casting him in that role. Um, and for every scene that Dan Patrick stole, Vanilla Ice stole just as many. So he's kind of shed a lot of the assholeness. One of the best lines of the movie is Adam Sandler is asking for money from Vanilla Ice. And he's like, come on, man, you must still get them royalties from Ice Ice Baby. He's like, are you kidding me? 50% went to Sting, or the police, whichever one he said, and 60% went to Suge. I owe money thanks to that. So that was kind of funny. You know, everybody knows the old rumor about how Suge Knight had, held him over the balcony of like 10 stories up in a hotel. So I thought that was kind of funny. Those were the little things that were what really made the movie funny. It was those type of little, almost like underlying jabs, as opposed to like just straight out jokes. Um, and it also is kind of funny how everything that Adam Sandler does, everybody loves, even though that makes Andy Samberg, like, it makes his skin crawl. He hates it. And most of the stuff that they're laughing at is really stupid, but still. Um, at the end of the day, I thought it was worth watching. I thought it was better than an average comedy. Um, I didn't, like I said, it could have been a really good comedy, and they didn't need to take it as far as they did in a couple things. But at the end of the day, it still did deliver in the last, and towards the last like quarter of the movie, it gets out there. That's all I'm gonna say. So, at the end of the day, I'd say it's worth spending $1 or $2 on Redbox or Blockbuster Express, checking it out. I personally wouldn't buy it. I don't think I'll ever have a desire to like say, you know what, I want to go watch That's My Boy, you know, and pick it out. But if it was on TV on FX in a couple years, I'll definitely have it playing in the background or watch a couple minutes of it. So it definitely delivers as that. And I mean, even the lesser characters like um, Nick Swartzen, Lunel, Sierra, they all were really good in their roles as well. So, and just some of the stuff that comes out of Adam Sandler's mouth is worth watching in itself, honestly. So, end of the day, there you got it. That's My Boy, 3.5 stars. I would say check it out, but don't buy it. And let me know what you guys think. Did you agree with my review? Do you not? Do you agree with the Arizona Republic that gave it 1 star and said it was a bomb? What do you think? Do you think it was too shocking, too over the top? Do you think they could have pulled that back and still had a pretty good movie? Because I think they could have. So, as always, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So, thank you as always for checking out my videos. I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. Stay tuned. As always, I'm putting up videos as quickly as I can and as often as I can. Hopefully you guys checked out my most recent sneaker collection edition, as well as my recent poker recap video from last night, and hopefully I'll have a couple more for you this weekend too. So on that note, I'm officially signing off. Hope everybody had a great week and your weekend is starting off very well. And who knows, maybe you go check out a movie now thanks to me. So of course, once again, got to say thank you guys for checking out my videos. I really do appreciate it. And until the next video, well, go check out the rest of them. And if you want to do that, all you got to do is go to MatthewMaley.com. Got everything listed there in the current video blog tab for you to check out. You can also check out my previous entries in the previous video blog entries, or video blog tab. You can also check me out directly up on YouTube. Just search for Matthew Maley Poker. You can like my videos, you can comment on my videos, and you can subscribe to my channel. So you can be the first person to know when all my new videos pop. You can also check me out directly up on Facebook. Search for Matthew Maley Poker. I post all my videos on there, so you can check them out directly there. You can like my videos, you can comment on my videos, and you can suggest the page to your friends. I need as many likers as I can get. Also, follow your boy on Twitter. I am at Matthew Maley, always tweeting, so stay tuned on Sunday when I'm putting all kinds of football tweets up. And finally, I am on Instagram, so follow me on there at Matthew Maley Poker, and you can see everything I'm posting up. It's pretty much all shoes and Vegas. But hey, that's cool as far as I'm concerned. So until the next video, I'm signing off. Peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend.